Okay, so last we checked in, Celaena's rolling through the woods with the prince, the captain of the guards, obviously a whole guard troop. She's chatting up Cal, and her style isn't exactly the best, but she is getting to know a little bit more about her situation, what's going on, even if her approach is kind of rough and tumble. Um, there's a recurring theme that the prince doesn't have, isn't able to make time for her, so he's her main source of information. She's not the most personable person, so she doesn't exactly get close to the guard. Some of her PTSD is starting to set in, and she wakes from a nightmare and finds herself staring at the stars. And while someone is watching her, Celaena's a very confident, very beautiful woman. Even though she has a very close connection with the woods, she's very obviously a city girl, although she's terrified of the castle of glass, probably because of her trial there. On her way in, she's very excited to be dealing with people till she sees the slaves being unloaded from the docks, and that and the entry into the castle sets her off. She runs around making makeshift weapons, basically just freaking out until her servant Philippa, who's assigned to her, shows up. Kind of calms her down some, lets her know a little bit about the competition of assassins that's going to happen, and reassures her quite a bit. In the meantime, in other parts of the castle, Prince Dorian has returned home and obviously is expected to report to his father. Not the most pleasant of tasks. They don't exactly see eye to eye. Dorian's a womanizer. His father, thinks he's king and god and really only loves his war and really sees Dorian as a threat to his throne. Some of the takeaway questions from this book, obviously, we have some very strong figures, very strong female protagonist. How was slavery extant for so long when there's so many reasons for them to fight back? It's such a horrid lifestyle. How do kings keep control over such a large area of land? And a couple pet peeves to just throw out there. If she has any access to glass, she could have sunk that into a piece of soap and made a decent makeshift weapon. So, oh my god, please. And also, last but not least, if the prince woke up and he was the only one watching her, that means that their guards didn't set a sentry with the greatest assassin in the world in tow. So, good job, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you with the next session of Let's Read.